Hi, everybody, if you're there. It's got a cup of hot chocolate. It's so cold. Hi, Marissa. How are you, my darling? It's freezing here. Absolutely freezing. It's got to be. I just poked my head out the front door. It's got to be -3, I'd say, at least. Oops. Hi, Alison. Oh, it wasn't meant as a horrific video. I took it down, and the ones that were complaining about it, I noticed, have actually reposted it and monetised it. So, but, oops, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, it's my brother. I'll have to take this. Hi. Oh, Billy. His phone's cut off his connection. It's so cold. Hello, Dan. I've got something to say about that video anyway. I'll wait till people are in. How are your fish? Have you fed them, Dan? Hi, Jinx. Hello, my love. Hello, Cindy. Gem. Hello, my darling. Thank you for commenting on that video. I didn't know whether to make it or not. I'm not monetising it. I just wanted to make it to let people know, really. And I should have said it, make people aware. Don't let your kids go out near ponds and lakes and stuff, because kids will be kids. Oh, good. I'm glad you did. Cindy. It is heartbreaking, and I'm not going to do a vlog as such, vlogmas, because what I've got a picture of the boy. It's been posted on on the newspaper. The 10-year-old, he didn't fall into the lake. He actually dived in. He dived in to save the 11-year-old and the 8-year-old and the 6-year-old. He dived in to save them and lost his life. Hello, Cara. How are you? Yeah, it does hit home, and it hits home because we've seen them, and playing there. And as I say, my son's run round that park, and we've walked the dog round that park. I've been round the park a few times, so. But I've got a picture, and I won't do a vlogmas as such. I'll just post his picture. His name was Jack. I want to say Johnson, but I'm not sure. But his Christian name was Jack. It is awful for the families. It's like the police have a unit, like a family unit, where they go out and help the families when they're in trauma and everything. But I really, Joanne, hello. Hi. It is. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Devakin. Yeah, it is. And as I say, the 10-year-old child was, he was a hero, absolute hero. But that's going to be no consolation to his parents, is it? I'm waiting for everybody to come in. I'm going to wait for a bit because I want to say something about that video yesterday. I did take it down. and I will apologise to people who it offended, but I do want to say something. The pain, it's, I don't want to imagine it, Jem. I don't even want to try and go there. It's upset me so much this morning. Alison, please, just, if you're offended, I've already said I was sorry if it's offended people. What do you want me to do? Prostrate myself on the floor? We're talking about 3 children who've lost their lives and 1 who's in critical condition. Can you not just stop? Did you, Jessica? You know, it's 3 children and the 4th, the 6-year-old. I don't even know how the parents are going to get through the nights. I don't, you know. When I lost my husband, that was the most terrible thing. But to lose a child is something else again. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Marissa. Hi, Squidgy. I didn't see you come in. Hi, Squidgy. Did you see the trouble I got in yesterday? It's not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny. But 2 of the people who complained, they actually reposted the video and monetized it. So I don't really see the logic there. Okay. Hello, Gemini. I've been crying, so my eyes are still. I know, Squidgy, it was crazy. And I'm not going to get into fights because, you know, as I say, things get into perspective. But Mistress of Darkness, hello, my love. Did you not see 3 local children day before yesterday? My son came in and told me this morning. They went onto the lake that was frozen over, and 2 of them fell in, and show that one. And 2 of them fell in, and the 10-year-old, dived in to rescue them. 3 of them fell in, sorry. A 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and an 11-year-old. And the 10-year-old dived in to save them. He could have saved himself, but he dived in to save them. And he died. And the 8-year-old died. And the 11-year-old died. And the 6-year-old's in critical condition in hospital. Yeah, I've seen them, Squidgy, playing. And it's, like I said, it's the park where my sons go jogging, go running and stuff. And where we walk the dogs, it's local. Jessica, in a way, that is true, but it didn't enter my head that anybody would find it offensive. It didn't enter my head at all. Somebody had asked me if I remembered, you know, the ad, and I did, and I thought, oh, I've seen that somewhere. So I went and got a clip from him. Fibromyalgia, my sister-in-law's got that. She suffers with that. It's terrible right on the doorstep, but I think I'd feel the same even if it wasn't on my doorstep. I just, thank you, Jem. Don't know what I did get something on my phone that I wanted to. Right. Those books with the gollies were written by a woman called Upton. What was her first name? Florence Kate Upton. And she wrote them. They were published between 1895, long time ago, and 1909. Set to a verse. Oh, inspired by her child, and she had some toys that were like that. And so I think she drew the pictures, and her mother wrote the stories, and they sold well in Europe and were like the Harry Potter of their day. I had to, and they're in the museum. Which museum is that? In Amsterdam somewhere. Upton's failure to trademark her creation led to it being used to sell other products, including Robertson's jam, which is what the ad was. Over the years, it became to be seen as a degrading representation of black people. Well, that didn't enter my head, and it wasn't seen like that as I was growing up. It was the woman who wrote the book said she was frightened and dismayed at the deep, dark connotations that had become attached to a character inspired by a childhood toy from her aunt's attic. Somebody sent me a link to someone, and it's a gentleman. Sorry, I'm not looking. Peach Street, pin up below. Bobblehead Disco Biscuit. Yeah, fine, darling. Unicorn Blow. It was normal. Debbie Price. I had the badges. I had nearly all the badges, and I gave them away because they weren't doing anything for me. Yes, I did. But what I was going to say about what I wanted to say, and I haven't got the article here, but I think it was the gentleman who's got all the museum pieces. If you search for him on the internet, you'll find on YouTube, you'll find him. Alison sent me the link. Somebody sent me the link. And he was talking about the history of them. Bobble-headed disco biscuit. Thank you. Lindy W. I've been to Chester, but unfortunately it was a very short stay, so no, I haven't. They've got the old houses in Chester that hang over, haven't they? You know, the old, like, Victorian style houses, but they've got the hangover on the second floor. Hello, Fatima. Salam. No, I wasn't, Alison. I was born in 1949. Hi, Jackie. I love the jam. I've got some of it actually. And now it's Paddington Bear, isn't it? Not Salisbury Cathedral. Yeah, I've been there. And York as well is gorgeous. York Minster. But anyway, these books that were written by Upton, what was the name again? These books that were written by her, she wrote them with the golly on the front page. I think it was the first book. The golly was on the front page, and he was with two other puppets like him, but they were white. And it said, initially people thought it was an intention to break down racial barriers because it was at a time when, you know, wrongly, black and white people were segregated on buses and everything. And so to do that on a book cover was quite brave of her. And she had the golly. I'm only repeating what was said now. She had the golly in the middle and a doll, a white doll, on each side, and they were all holding hands. Can I come and visit you, Jem Peachtree says. My favourite era was it's got to be the 60s and 70s. Before I went to Saudi, for sure. I got married at the end of 65. I was 16. you got a nap. That's what you said. You got to work. Thank you, Jem. Thanks, Lindy. Hello, Hannah. You're right, Dvarkin, they do. Missy Moo was there stirring it up. And Garlic Bread, who hates me because I called him out on something and said, you know, people in glass houses. So he came onto the comment section in that video yesterday and said something about she should have known better, people in glass houses indeed, or words, I don't know, something like that. Missy Moo is queen of what? Let's not talk about them. Yeah, he is Jem. But I do sincerely apologise to anybody that it offended. It wasn't meant to offend. If I thought it was going to offend anybody, I would never have posted it. It's a throwback to my childhood, and like that man who I watched earlier, you know, he's got a collection, a big collection of very old ones from the 1800s, so early 1900s. Ryan, hi. Don't say that. Don't say that. I know, Garlic. Well, thank you, Marisa. No, I won't. Garlic. I don't understand how they became. Why did I hesitate? Because I was being bullied, and because I was being bullied by Missy Moo, Garlic Bread, and one or two other FB fans. And also, it wasn't registered in my mind, honestly, that it was offensive. And I posted it for somebody, not, you know, to be shared around widely and for everybody to say, oh my God. And that's what I hate as well, people who say, oh my God. And I've just said it myself. Greeny bluish, hello. So that's the only reason, reactions and things, the only reason why I hesitated. And I didn't hesitate for long. Bottling canister. Well, yeah, Debbie, I can see that, but eventually it did come to be thought of as racist, so I suppose there was a point to it, but initially it wasn't when she wrote the books and as I was growing up. Thank you, reactions. Yes. Erie's eyebrows. What's she done to them? Hi, Heather. Oh, yeah, Heather. I don't even want to think about them today, to be honest. Do you like my onesie? Changing subject. It's warm. You'd laugh at it because I'm only small, and the crotch is halfway down my size. Yeah, she is squidgy. She's yeah, greeny bluish. Yeah. See, I don't say that second word. I just call him a golly. And I had one, and that was his name, Golly. It is. It's really warm, very warm. I don't sleep in them. I put pajamas on, but during the day, and I've got the heating on low, and I've got a little ceramic heater here. I'll show you. I bought this. I have to be careful lifting it up. I bought this. Can you see it on Amazon? And it's a little ceramic heater. And if you want one, get one, because if it's still on sale, it was reduced from, I think it was £89, I think, something like 55. So it was a bargain. So I got one for myself and one for my brother, and I was going to get one for each of my kids, but they didn't want one. You heat yourself over the shawarma, do you? Shawarma's nice. I don't know. I don't know. Where do they deliver to Kuwait? Are you in Kuwait? Hi, damn Kate. I know. I do watch my electric bill. I'm careful. Hi, Irene. Yeah, have a look. I don't know whether they're still almost half price, but it's got 3 settings, and it's effective on the first one, just as background heat. Yeah, you do have to be careful, Jinx, I know. Hot water bottles on your feet. Hello, Lana. Alf always used to say to me when I got into bed, "Oh, your feet are so cold." So I used to do it on purpose. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. I spilt tea on my electric blanket, and instead of washing it, I threw it away. My son said, you could wash that. Oh, Heather, that would be lovely. The 70s are just nice as well, in the 70s. South Beach in Florida is beautiful, isn't it? I've only been there once. It was a stopover to go to the Turks and Caicos Islands. So I stopped over for a night. Or was it 2 nights? I can't remember. Yeah, I thought that about my electric blanket, but I'm changing back, because I changed, after all this happened with Alf and everything, and I bought like an antique Art Deco single bed instead of a double. And although I sleep on the edge all the time, I want my double bed back. So that one's going upstairs, and I'm getting a new one. Bubble tea. Yeah, all the old Art Deco hotels. Hello, Demelza. You baking, are you? Oh, how nice. Lovely. The Tudor times. Hello. Don't you just love the Tudor times? Henry VIII and all that. Oh, I do. I like oatmeal raisin cookies. I like any cookies, to be honest. Peach Street pin-up. I'm wondering what you look like now. Oh, I'll show you next time I come on live. I put the 2 pictures of my sister in the double frame I bought, and they're lovely. They're really nice. So I'm going to get 2 single frames now, one for her and one for me, and put with sisters on, and put a picture of us both in there. I am as well, and it wasn't a long era. Tudor times, it wasn't that longer period, was it? It was nothing like the House of Windsor. It how many years was it? All bed socks, definitely. I've got socks on now. I've got the Tudor times, those socks that they were on about in the video, up to the knee and tied with a ribbon. Well, I've got brown woolly socks up to the knee, but I don't need to tie them with a ribbon. They just stay put. Yeah. Why are these comments being hidden? Shindy. I must have something on that I should take off. I'll have to have a look. I'm a tough lady. I'm not as tough as I was. No way am I. Bismillah. Lots of fresh and delicious cookies. I've got so many Christmas presents to do. I might put you on while I'm doing them so I can natter and alleviate the boredom of wrapping. And I think I'm going to cheat this year. I bought big sacks. I do that every year, but I always wrap them as well as put them in the sacks. But I think this year they're just going to go in the sacks. Yeah, they do squidgy, they bake more. I used to love making bread, and I used to make bread for Alf all the time. Bread and soups and cake. Haven't done any of that. Like I say, this has shook me up with these children and made me realise, how much more awful things could really be. Thankfully, they aren't. We have to be. Oh, I've found some fabulous videos of. I love the History channels, and that's where I found that clip from yesterday, the other day. Oh, you're a pastry chef. Lovely. You could share some recipes with us. How nice is that? But I think we're going to get heavy snow. They've had snow, a lot of snow in Scotland. They've had snow in London. So I guess we're in between. We'll be next. It is Tudor times. It's heartbreaking. I didn't finish what I was going to say, did I? Instead of doing the Vlogmas, or did I say it? I don't know. Instead of doing the Vlogmas, I'm going to put a picture up of that little boy who jumped in to save his friends, because I think he deserves recognition and he deserves a lot of prayers. I'm not monetising those videos at all. I'm putting them up, and please, anybody, spread the word, keep the kids away from water. Even if it looks as though it's frozen over good and solid, it may not be. Winnie Peg, Winter Peg. Hello, Susan. Hi. Big O. There is a family I watch, the Ulengobs. I mentioned them before, I think. Ulengov, and they're nomads in sort of Siberia, North Russia, and they live in the tents, the big tents, and they herd whatever they're herding, and then they have to move each time to where there's fresh grass, fresh pasture, and they're hardy people. No, I'm not going to do that, Irene. I will donate. I'm sure somebody is going to do a GoFundMe. I hope they do. Thanks, Irene. Thanks for coming in. I'm sure somebody will do a GoFundMe, and I'll put a link, and I won't ask you to donate, but it's there if you want to. Oh, is that my cocoa cold? LV Raider girl. Hi. Lana, do you like it like that? Do you like it? Have you adapted? Do you sort of cozy up, and do you like the cold? I love the snow, but after a few months of cold, I've had enough. Oh my goodness. That Christmas pudding is going to knock Squidgy off her feet. All right, Jim. Cozy up to the rice cooker. Fatima, do I detect a little bit of irony there? Hi, Nova. My girl, you are. Let's turn this off because I'm quite warm now. Is it cold, Nova, where you are? Yeah, it's just adapting, Lana, isn't it? Just a case of adapting. -5. I said it's got to be about -3. It's dark already as well. What time is it? 4:15. Do you not think so, Susan? I'm nice and warm. I've not been too bad today, but then I've had the heating on low. Is Erie not in here? I know she was upset at that video yesterday, and I wouldn't have upset her for the world. I just wouldn't. Oh, thank you, Jinx. Yeah, thank you. Bye, Demelza. Have a nice evening. Good, Jem. May. That's spring, isn't it? A publicity stunt, Page Street Pin-Up. I don't know. What do you mean? By the marmalade people. There's a lot of people who've got that video on YouTube. Well, I've seen 3 or 4. I like spring. Do you know, I can't remember the last time I put that television on. I might put it on tonight. Take my mind off things a bit. Yeah, you're right, Heather. Yeah, you're right. Their marmalade is very good. It is. Fatima. Hi, Sugar Plum. Oh, hi, Sugar Plum. You are funny, Fatima. Hello, Janine. A favourite Christmas movie? I like any of the old ones, you know, the old black and whites. Not that I was born in the 40s. Well, I was 49, but I just like the really old ones. You're very welcome, DG. DGUA. You're very welcome. And I apologise. I've apologised twice now. I did not honestly realise that it would cause such a furore, or that, you know, that it was such a thing. I honestly didn't. Well, if you knew me and you knew who my friends are, you'd know I wasn't racist. Certainly. Home Alone. No, I mean the really old ones. You know, the really old ones like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and what's that old one where Bing Crosby sings? It's called White Christmas, isn't it? The really old ones. And I like the Oliver Twist, any of the Oliver Twist ones. And there's another one with what's his name? John Mills playing Pip in Miss Havisham, you know, that video, Great Expectations. That's in black and white as well. That's right, Jinx. Yes, Heather. But that one's good as well. The one with John Mills as Pip, and I think it's who's that lovely actress? She looks like one of my sisters. What's her name? Jean Simmons. Jean Simmons. Not the group, the actress. Thank you, DG. DG. Thank you, my love. It was a bit childish of me to react to garlic bread having a go and Missy Moo and other Foodie Beauty fanatics, a couple of them over there. And I was thinking to myself, who are you to talk to me? I should have just taken it down. No, not that Jean Simmons. Jean with a J, the actress. She was beautiful. James Stewart, yes. Wasn't he a good actor? Yeah. And his voice as well had that sort of lilt to it, didn't he? I watched Gone with the Wind as well with Clark Gable, and my mum, when she was younger, she was very much like I can't think who played opposite Clark Gable, that lovely actress, you know, the one who was very highly strung, Vivian Leigh. Yeah, they were pretty, and they were pretty, but they knew, and they did wear just a right amount of makeup, but they used to dress so nicely, you know. People think I'm weird if I go out wearing a hat, but I happen to like hats, so I wear them. Cindy, my niece, one of them, gets me a silly Christmas present every year, something about somebody I don't like, and she'll buy it for me, whether it be a book or, you know, anything. See you later, Jem. Thank you. Yeah, Heather weren't they? They were beautiful. Because I've got a video on somewhere where I went to it was for the Queen's anniversary, so everybody was supposed to dress up. But when she acceded to the throne in 1953, so everybody was dressing up, anything from that period up until today, I suppose. But I went his 50s with my little hat and my big skirt and stuff. Susan, it's Jem, not Jen. I just looked, I thought, where's Jen? Have I missed her? I don't know. Hello. Fatima, how old do you think I am? Suffragettes were in about 1910, weren't they? Emily Pankhurst. The answer's no, but I was an animal activist. I suppose in a way I still am, but I don't do the things I used to do. And me, Cindy, and I do. Congratulations, Sam. That's an achievement. What did you receive that for? What an achievement. I've only seen the Queen in a car going past. Fatima. She's naughty. Yeah, I don't remember it, Janine, but it would have been, wouldn't it? I've seen it on the telly, really. And next year, when Charles is crowned, I reckon it's going to be round about next spring. That will be, although he wants it toned down a little bit, he's conscious of the fact that, the country is in a state of chaos monetarily. Oh, were you? No comments. halal coronation chicken. I guess that's what it was named after, though, you know. A dish, you know, to celebrate the Queen's accession to the throne. Fatima's got a sense of humour. Nova and I are hoping to meet up in the spring. Going to be brilliant. It'll be brilliant, Nova. Is Bloom still there? Is it? I haven't looked. The pomp and ceremony. I know. It's costly, though. Very costly. I've got a video of Queen Victoria's funeral, and her funeral, she wanted to be all dressed in white, everything white, because after her husband died, after Albert died, she dressed in black, always black. So when she died, she wanted to be dressed in white, and she wore her wedding veil, and she wanted to be dressed with every piece of jewellery personal jewellery that she had. She didn't leave it for anybody. She wanted to keep it. I guess apart from the tiaras. They do, Janine, but, you know, people pay for that, taxation. I think toning it down is a good idea. Keeping it, but just toning it down a little. Mr. Bean's brilliant, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Squidgy, always black. She wore when after Albert died. And then it was when she died, she'd written it all down. She wants to be dressed in white. It wasn't a wedding dress, I guess. I don't know. That's on show in Kensington Palace. Her wedding dresses, but the veil, she wore the veil. No, I don't think they should either. The only thing I will take is that ring. All the rest will come off and be shared out. Given to my daughter, and engagement rings given to my daughter, and that one given to these two given to my daughter for sure. Only that one, which is the first ring Alf ever bought me. Yeah, I think so, Janine. I can't see the point in it, to be honest, especially when they're going to give pleasure to somebody else or benefit somebody else. Yeah, just my wedding band. Yeah. You stop saying yellow, yellow. And Fatima, I've only just noticed how you're spelling your name. Fatima is Fatima. Oh, are you, Nova? No, I'm going in with Alf. My sister-in-law was cremated the other week, though. She's funny. Yellow. And where will they place you? I am, honestly, I'm not with it today. I've just noticed your last name as well. Sarah Sharma. Sarah Sharma. Told you I'm not on the borders lately. Timberley in a museum. The Quaid Zoo. And you know who'll go and pet you if she's still there. Be funny if you be so. I know a lot of people are choosing cremation. Yeah. Hello, Kale. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not in the mood for it today, to be honest. The Saudi language is quite beautiful, you know, when it's spoken properly and when it's not used by somebody. Hi, Blondie. You know, used inappropriately by somebody who's pretending. Timberley, can you do that? Because one of my kids' friends, their mother, had a burial like that and was just in like a wicker coffin. Yeah, I did, Alison. I've seen it. Let her carry on. It gives her pleasure. It's no secret that the medication I was receiving has collapsed my jaw, and it's got to be fixed after Christmas. So that'll be attended to. Um, she thinks that's funny. That's something I've not brought on myself, you know. Thank you, Timberley. Thank you, my love. Funerals are very expensive. Alfie's funeral, we had the hearse and 4 cars, I think. And together with the headstone, it came to over £12,000 in all. You're very welcome, Sam. And I will apologise again before I finish the stream. I didn't intend to offend anybody. I would never do that, ever. Yeah, she's saying some horrible things about Canada. You know, Canada, they've looked after her with all her ailments, haven't they? She's never paid any taxes, or not for the last few years, she hasn't. Which makes me, you know, she's never paid any taxes, but she's been to Cuba. She's now in Kuwait. She's paying for men, but she's never paid any taxes for about 3 years. It's not right. 4,000 over. Is that everything? Oh, what a subject. That's why I'm saying with these little boys, you know, the families of the boys, two families, there's 4 children have got to be buried or whatever they're going to do. So I hope they do a GoFundMe. Hope somebody does. I think with undertakers and funeral directors, they make vast profits. Vast. But you see, I didn't care what I spent. I wasn't even looking at what I spent. I just wanted to give out a really good send-off, which we did. And they know that's what you want to do for your loved ones, that you don't want to spare a penny. Yeah. That's good of your kids, Janine. Yeah, it's a lot more now. It's rocketed. Greeny bluish, she would, unless she's been sensible and taken out insurance. Hi, Deb. Kiwi Farms were talking about that, weren't they? I did look on there, and everybody saying, "Oh, she's a member of Kiwi Farms." I do read occasionally on Kiwi Farms, and they talk a lot of sense at times on Chantal. They do, absolutely, they do. The wicker coffins are nice. Yeah, that's what my kids' friend's mum had, but she was buried in hers, and I think it was like a forest sort of place, which is nice because you're nurturing the trees, aren't you? I mean, energy, you can't kill energy, and what we are is energy. Energy and love is what we are, and that can't die. It's just transformed. It does, Fatima, doesn't it? Have you never looked greeny bluish? Take a look at Chantal if you want to. Take a look at Chantal's. I think there's almost 7,000 pages on her. Yeah, let's change the morbid subject. Debbie Downer. No, you're not. Yeah, 10 grand 5, that sounds about right. Just type in Google Kiwi Farms, lowercase, Kiwi Farms .net, and it'll bring it up. Click on it. You can read if you're not a member, but you just can't post. She's famous in her mind. I mean, there's YouTubers with thousands of subscribers. Yeah, just Kiwi Farms, lowercase, .net, and it'll come up, and then just click on it and it'll take you there. And then you need to type in the search thing, Foodie Beauty. There's a lot to read. Oh yeah, use make another email account. Does that? No, that would only be if you were a member, though, wouldn't it? Because you wouldn't have to put your details in unless you were going to be a member. I don't think so. She's very arrogant. The conundrum. Very arrogant. Thanks, Gucci. Timberlake. Yes, not for years, no, but I went on there years and years ago. Yeah. Oh no, I'm lying. I went on there years and years ago, and then I went on there about 3 years ago, so it's not that long. Everything's prettier in Kuwait. Kuwait was just nothing. It was level sand. It was the nomads used to come there to trade, and it was built up from that. You know, if she does anything wrong, they'll be down on her like a ton of bricks. I just hope Salah keeps her in check. And before anybody else says about my report now, I inquired first what would be hypothetically by someone legal in the know out there, hypothetically, and the most that somebody would get for filming as a distance, if they didn't really know what they were doing, would be a slap on the wrist, and maybe they'd confiscate a camera, and that would be it. I think so, Timberley, as well. I'm not watching them today. I don't want to watch anything today. Will tomorrow. Salah doesn't like her. It's apparent. You know what made me laugh, though? And really, she broke a couch, so they had to move. Why wouldn't you just buy a new couch? But I think he was probably in a bachelor's part of a complex. And because he's sort of married or with somebody, even if he's married for a short term, for convenience, he was allowed to have a larger place, maybe. I think with both of them, they both got what they wanted. He thought he was getting a big YouTuber with lots of money, and she thought she was getting a high flyer with lots of money and a house and fancy cars, and they scammed each other. That's what I think. Blondie, I think she's living a karma. She's not happy. And there are times when I do feel sorry for her. I do. But then she comes on and she says or does something vile again. And I remember who it is I'm watching. She thinks she's the cat that got the credit. She got a ring though, didn't she? That's what she wanted. When Scammers Collide. Oh, hey, wouldn't that be a good title? When Scammers Collide. Can you use that for a video? She's not happy now. She doesn't seem to have any redeeming qualities, but I always think there's some good in everybody somewhere. You just got to dig hard to find it, but I don't have to, so I won't. Karma Burns. Karma for what? Have you not seen how she laughed at 9/11 people jumping out of the windows? She laughed at the kids and was singing that song, Pumped Up Kicks. Some of the videos that she's put out have been absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad, greeny bluish, isn't it, though? It is. Very sad. The one thing I recall about Chantal, which showed me that she wasn't a nice person, was when in her comments people were saying, I think it was some video and her sister had been shown, and it might have been the first time her sister had been on camera, and people were saying, and she is pretty, and people were saying how pretty she is, you know, what a pretty girl she is. And Chantal said something not very nice and about her, and then I thought, well, how can you say that about your sister? Your sister? I would never talk bad about my sisters. And I got 5 of them. Lacking empathy and morals, you're right, Adele. Talking of which, have you seen Adele the singer lately? Changing subject a bit. She is looking absolutely fantastic. She looks beautiful. Oh, she's good, yeah. We were all jealous of my oldest, our oldest sister, because she was the only one who got ballet lessons. I guess she was the only one Mum could afford to send. We didn't. And Mum used to get angry with me because I couldn't do Irish dancing. Well, I'd never been taught to do it, you know. I used to try, but can you, Nova? Can you Irish dance? Alison Hammond, yeah, she has. She's come on, hasn't she? I know, greeny bluish. I'm just glad I'm one of the 10%. You've cheered me up, thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, you can't have it all. If she's got the looks, then we've got the intelligence, eh? Oh my God, look at my eyes. They're crying. She's funny, isn't she, Alison? Yeah, she did, Lana. Ella worked overtime when he made sure. Yalla. Yalla. Is that when she went to live with her grandmother when she came out of there? Her grandmother, Chantal's grandmother, was a beautiful looking woman. She was. Uxal. It wasn't, and I've already addressed it, and I've already apologised for the fact that people were offended, but it wasn't meant in any way, shape, or form to offend anybody. Somebody asked me if I remembered the jam and the cartoon, and I remembered seeing it on a channel, and I got a clip and put it on my channel for somebody, and that was it. That was all, and I was shocked that people took offence. But I was also shocked at the hate, and the hate from Foodie Beauties fans like Missy Moo and a couple of others, and garlic bread. It was just out of order. That's right, Georgina. I had the you had to save so many labels up and send them off to get a badge. And yeah, I've apologised again and again. I'm not going to keep apologising. Game it on rum punch. Fatima, I've got some wine downstairs. I haven't touched it. It's been there since I was funeral over 2 years ago. No, Janine, I didn't even see it as that. It was a puppet. And as I say, on the first book, it was a puppet holding the hands of 2 white dolls. And it was thought that that was her, Upton, the person who wrote it, that was her contribution going against the racism that existed at that time. Yeah, let's cheer. We've got Baileys. I like Baileys. Baileys in black coffee is nice. Black Pete's Christmas. Well, no. But if people were offended and they were genuinely offended, again, I apologise. I do, sincerely. But to the ones who just came on to stir up hate, you don't deserve anything from me. Nothing. We have Fatima, wheelchairs in your coffee. You know, when she was started to talk about wheelchairs, I thought she actually meant she had a wheelchair because I'd never heard of them. I thought it was a wheelchair. Thanks, Kimberly. I'm going to get myself some Baileys tomorrow. I might go out tomorrow because I feel restless. Did you, Timberley? Yeah, I did. It's not me that's just daft then. Is he? Are you from the Netherlands, Unicorn? Yeah, down I was. Oh, people just love it, don't they? And who are they? Angie and what's the other one's name? You know the two I mean, who were Chantal's friends. And they put unsubscribed, and exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation. Well, just unsubscribe. You don't have to do that. There was just so much hate yesterday. So much hate. And then I wake up to this morning. Oh, half price in Tesco. Ooh. I think I'll get on the phone to my son in a bit. My brother was ringing and he cut off. I think it's his phone paying up. You're right. Tavakin, I'm saying your name wrong. How do I pronounce it? Davakin. Am I saying it right? Dov-Arkin. Or should I just call you Dov? That's cheap, isn't it? 10 quid. The pub I go to, when I go, and I've got a lot of friends around there, and I pop round there, and they'll probably think I've passed away because I haven't even been in, for a little while into the one place. But they, each year on my birthday, I get a bottle of Baileys and a box of chocolates every year. Yeah, I'm going to go into Tesco as well. I might do that tomorrow. There's one up the road. The hate and the bullying you get from FFGR, Fatima, I am sorry. It might be your name, your last name, Saroj Ashami. It might be your name. I heard he was taking the piss out of me as well. He was saying, what was he calling me? Tea and ass or something. I love it when these people who, and it's like I said about garlic bread when I said, people in glass houses when he was criticising somebody. And that's when he come on under that video yesterday and said, oh, we stand with you against her. We're, she says about me, people in glass houses. How old is he? 10? Oh, Ragnar from the Vikings. That was Kirk Douglas and Kirk Douglas, Tony Curtis, but I can't remember who played Ragnar. You're a Viking. Yeah, I like Johnny Depp. I do. I like his sense of humour. Fatima. No, she's not. She's nothing like her. She's got a sense of humour. Fatima, you're so funny. Can I interview you? Have you had 3 husbands? You greedy wench. Thank you, Timberlake. I haven't got my smile because of my teeth going wonky at the bottom and everything, but they'll be fixed. As I say, it was that stuff they gave me for the osteoporosis. It's and there's a lady, and she was offered it, and she refused it. And when I had all this problem with a collapsed jaw and necrosis of the jaw, she said, "I told you so. Told you so." Thank you, Timberlake. You got them before, Chantal. Do you know, I've had, I don't know whether it's a message or whether it's an email, but something came up and it's from Missy Moo. And if she thinks I'm going to open it and read it, I can tell you now, Missy Moo, because I know you'll be watching this at some point. I will not open it. I will not read it. I will not waste a minute of my time on you. So please don't write chapters to me because you're not going to get a reply. Delete what, Nova? Oh, the message. No, I don't want to. I don't want to open it. I'll have to see where it is. I don't want to bother with it. I'll get my son to delete it. No, I won't, Janine. I won't open it. I'll tell you what I've also had as well. I've had 2 requests, and I don't know whether any of you have had them, from PayPal, and I haven't got PayPal, and I've had 2 requests to pay. One was for £699 and one was for £799. Please pay PayPal at this. And I said to my son this morning, what do I do with this? Delete them. He said, it's a scam. Well, I wasn't going to pay it because I don't know it, and I haven't got PayPal, but I don't know how do they get your details, Squidgy? How do they? Do you get them greeny bluish, do you? No, I won't respond. Dara. Total scam, yeah. It's horrible because you almost feel as though you're being accosted in your own home when they send stuff like that. I am naive. I am. Oh, is that what it is, Timberlake? Same as that thing comes up, and I know what it is now because it comes up all the time. Every day I open this. Your McPhee has run out. I haven't got McPhee firewall. I use something else. Dark-eyed eternity. Dark-eyed requiem eternity. Hello. Orange. I've got an orange jumper. I might wear it tomorrow. Brighten me up. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't. I know when they say, are you going to accept the cookies? And I usually put no, reject all. Hello, Leo. Granny Ann. Yeah, I like orange. Blue's my favourite colour. Blue and then mint green. All like greeny bluish. Fatima, a little bit of advice. Where are you? Little bit of advice. Wash your abaya. Yeah, I think I have. I'm going to get it all checked out. I think at the weekend, everything. Can we have a collection for an abaya for Fatima? I'm going to go now, people, because I haven't eaten yet today. Food stains look great. I'm going to go now, but thanks ever so much for coming in. I appreciate you all. What's for supper? I've got no idea. Probably soup. Thank you, Timberley. Thank you, Lana. Thank you, Janine. And I sincerely apologise to anybody who was offended yesterday. And that's, all I can say about it, really. Dear, bye-bye. Dark-eyed Requiem. That's all right. I'll do another one. I'll let you accompany me as I throw all my Christmas presents into sacks because I'm being lazy this year. Hello, Violet. Hello, you've just come in and I'm just going. I won't be on later, but I will come on tomorrow sometime. Probably, if I pop out for a Bailey's, I'll probably come on after I get back. I won't have a Bailey's, actually. I'll have what I had the other day, which was, I'm going to a different place now, but I can have a hot toddy and a cup of coffee. So, thank you, Blondie. Thank you, everybody, for your company. I really, really appreciate it today. Thank you. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Let's see if this darn thing ends. It doesn't end the stream. So I don't know why. So I'm just going to have to switch you off. Go. End stream. Switch you off. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Good night.